Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview and Domestic Economic Data Roadmap for the week beginning Monday, the 12th of January 2015. Yes, 2015, ending Friday, the 16th of January. I hope you had a good trading week and a good weekend. We do have a lot of economic data this week, so there's going to be a lot of things for us to focus on. It should give us a nice, exciting week in the markets. We'll talk about which days are the most likely to be exciting. We do have a 3-day weekend next weekend, with the stock market closed on Monday, the 19th, for Martin Luther King. But that should direct us this week as to which days are the most likely to give us opportunities. So we'll focus on that in a few minutes. Let's look at the ES front month futures contract daily chart. You can see we would have had a 13 sell signal back on Friday, except for we're not above the 8th bar. So have to get back up to almost new highs to get that sell signal. Be interesting to see if we can do that. But we did get a bounce this week after selling off earlier in the week. We bounced in the second half of the week and ended up about even, as you'll see when we go to the intra-week charts. Here's a look at the NASDAQ NDX. This is the NASDAQ 100 index. Lost about 17 points on Friday. Excuse me. We've got the SOX index was actually flat on Friday. Biotech's lost 11 as well. Nothing really making any progress yet in January. By the way, we should also point out, last weekend we talked about, here's the S&P cash index. If the first 3 days of January are solidly in one direction, which they were to the downside, that usually the rest of the month is up from there. So far we are up from there, so we'll see if that holds, but that's a positive for the market in general. Let's take a look at crude oil. Some would say this is not a positive. It's hard to know if this is a sign of good that we're producing enough oil or bad that the economy is slowing down. It doesn't appear that the economy is slowing down enough to justify this. So this is more of a supply-demand issue. But $47.47 is the close on crude oil on Friday. That's really remarkable to be back under the $50 level. Here's a look at gold, on the other hand, which has been up slightly, and the VIX closed the week at 1755, coming back down a bit. So overall, it was a pretty interesting week for us in stock and futures trading, and I'd like to see another one just like it. All right, so let's take a look at the data that's coming out this week so we know what to prepare for. There's no data on Monday, but it is a busy week. Don't fool yourself. Tuesday, the JOLTS job openings, and then in the afternoon, Treasury budget. Not a big deal. Everything else on this list is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now, let me tell you that Friday is options expiration. So that means that Wednesday is the most likely day for that options unraveling move after the first hour of the day. And if we don't get it Wednesday, then maybe Thursday. And as that's usually what happens. Friday, of course, should be dead for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's options expiration. That's usually a little slow. It's a Friday. That's usually a little slow. And you're leading into a 3-day weekend at the time of year where people like to go skiing and whatnot. So I wouldn't expect Friday to be too interesting. Monday might be all right. I look for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, in particular Wednesday and Thursday, with all the data and the options unraveling, to be the better trading days of the week. So professional traders, those are your days where you're trying to make the most. If you get the setups, the price movement, and the volume in the market, you certainly come into those days looking for it. So that leaves us to Wednesday, the MBA mortgage index, retail sales an hour before the bell, import-export prices an hour before the bell, business inventories 30 minutes into the market, crude oil inventories an hour into the market, and the Fed beige book at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Thursday, on the 15th, we've got initial and continuing jobless claims, PPI, Empire Manufacturing Index, Philly Fed, and Natty Gas, and then Friday, CPI, industrial production and capacity utilization, Michigan sentiment, and the net long-term tick flows in the afternoon. Again, Friday is the options expiration day leading into the long weekend. So I'm looking at Wednesday and Thursday being the best days of the week, not only because of the economic data, but because of the options expiration and the unraveling that comes with that. And we're looking forward to trading it. I hope everybody has a great trading week. We'll be in the lab helping you out, trying to help you make some money. Have a great day.